something very exciting. What are we doing, Brailee?
We're coloring my hair.
We're going to color Brailee's hair. And how do you want it colored?
Like an ombre.
An ombre, so similar to mine. She does want purple on the ends, and I think we're going to try a color that I have. It's probably not going to be super purple, but it's just going to tone it a little bit. And then if she decides she wants to really go purple, then we'll probably put just a little bit of purple through the ends. Colors like purples or pinks don't really last that long, so they are a really fun option if you want to try something different for a short period of time. So we'll probably do that. I think Brailee is going to look beautiful with an ombre. An ombre is a great option if you don't want a lot of upkeep or if you don't want a color that's going to really show as it grows out. We're not going to add any color to Brailee's roots. We're just going to lighten the ends. So that is a great option if you don't want to be in the salon all of the time, because it just grows out and it still looks beautiful as it grows. I'm really excited to show you what Brailee's hair looks like. I'm just going to kind of weave it through, put a little more blondes through the ends, a little lighter highlight up through the top, so that it gives it that pretty natural ombre look. So I'm starting on this front section of Brailee's hair. This is where she always parts her hair. So I want this hair to lay over the very first piece of hair that we color. So I'm just going to get that out of the way, just like that. And her ends are already a little lighter, so I don't need to worry too much about that blending where her ends are just a little bit lighter. And I'm just using bleach with a 20 volume and also foils. I always use foils to color hair. Okay, and I'm starting with this piece here, and I'm just going to weave it so that it blends very naturally and beautiful. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab a foil and place it underneath. And then ombre is supposed to look very natural, just kind of like it was kissed by the sun. And so we're just going to leave the roots dark, and we're just going to fade this into the ends. And naturally around your face is going to be a little lighter. So I'm going to put this up here a little higher. And it's always pretty to brighten up around your face. And then just kind of work that through very, very softly. And as we get down here towards the ends, I'm going to use a little more product and kind of work it through there a little bit more so that this is a lot more saturated and it will lighten a lot more. So everyone does an ombre a little bit different, but this is how I like to do it. I feel like I have a little more control doing it this way. And then I'm just going to fold those pieces over. I don't want to just flop this up on top because then it will bleach the top of the roots. So you want to keep the color separated so that it doesn't lighten what it's not supposed to lighten. Okay, now that that's covered, I can fold that over. I'm just going to flip that over. You don't have to worry about any bleeding because there isn't any color on the roots. So again, I'm just going to weave another section of hair that I'm going to leave out. Where Brailee is still so young, I do want this to be very natural, very subtle, but still enough that other people will notice. She really wants other people to notice, and that she'll feel like she got to do something fun and special. And I'm going to be doing the same technique all the way around Brailee's hair. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. Down here at the bottom, I'm just lightly brushing on the bleach. I don't want this to be super, super blonde, so that when she pulls up her ponytail, there's not going to be any line of demarcation. It's just going to blend really, really well. To start this section of hair, we want to make sure that all of this hair from her natural part is going to flip over to the other side. So again, just weave through that part and make sure that all that hair is pulled over. Okay, and I'm doing the exact same thing over here. And make sure not to start too high over on this side. You want it to kind of match. So I'm going to start just right through here, just lightly brushing that on. Normally with a regular highlight, I would section off this back section of hair into 2 sections, but where we're doing an ombre and we don't need to get close to the roots, I'm just going to do it in one big section. Also, Brailee's head is a little smaller, so this section isn't very big anyways. And I'm just doing the same technique all the way down the back. Okay, last piece, and I'm just going to weave this. And then I'm just going to lightly brush some bleach on the ends, just to lighten them just a little bit. And now we just have to wait for this to process. While Brailee's hair is processing, I will go through and check the foils just to see how the blondes are coming along. So you can see that they are getting much, much lighter. And then make sure to fold that up the same way.
Oh my gosh, look at my hair.
See? You can see it.
Yeah.
All right, Brailee, what do you think?
I love the color so much, and I don't think I want to add anything to the ends of it just because I kind of want to get settled to this before I do something new. But I still definitely be thinking about putting purple in the ends of my hair.
Okay, so we are not going to tone it this time, so we're not going to add any other color to Brailee's hair. We're just going to blow dry it and see what this color looks like. We just recently trimmed it, so it doesn't need a trim yet. And we'll see what it looks like, and then we'll style it and curl it and see what it looks like curled too. If you color your hair, especially if you bleach it, it's going to do a little bit of damage, so it's always good to use an oil and a really good shampoo and conditioner that will be hydrating and try to go in and repair any damage that it might have been done. We tried to do this really subtle with Brailee's hair so that there wasn't damage, but we will for sure be using an oil and just some good products on our hair so that it stays nice and healthy and shiny. So an oil is great to work through the ends. That's going to help repair. Another thing is don't wash your hair too often. I know that that's kind of hard and seems very gross to some people, but if you can go 2 or 3 days, that is really great. Something that helps me get through, and Brailee also, is dry shampoo. This is one that I really love. It's from Moroccan Oil. It's just really fresh and very, very soft and subtle, especially for a little girl's hair. I also really love Big Sexy Volumizing Dry Shampoo, so either one will work great. So this is Brailee's hair straight. It looks beautiful. You can definitely see the ombre effect, but it looks very, very natural and soft and exactly how we wanted it to look. I didn't want it to be too crazy and look too blonde all of a sudden, so I think that this is a perfect starting point if Brailee decides she wants to go a little blonder. It's really, really pretty. Next we are going to add a few curls. Brailee wanted to see what the color would look like with curls. And sometimes you can see the colors a little bit better when you curl your hair, so I'm excited to see all of those different colors throughout her hair because she had a lot of pretty natural highlights, and then to add, the lighter pieces that we just added is just going to be so beautiful and so many colors. So I'm just going to do a few curls with my flat iron. If you want to see a tutorial, I will link a few down below, or you can click the links that I will put right here. When I curl Brailee's hair, this is normally what we use because it's just a little bit faster. But we do want to try out a few different curling irons or rods and see if there is one that will be really easy for Brailee to use. If you lighten your hair, use bleach or hair lighteners, you need to be really careful when you're putting more heat and more damage on your hair. You don't want to do that too often. So if you really like to wear your hair curly, maybe do your hair curly one day and then just add some oil and wear it the next day with the leftover curls and then pull it up in a ponytail. That way you're not adding heat to your hair every single day. What do you think? Having it a little lighter, do you think you would want to go even lighter?
I think I would. I definitely love this color for the starting point, but I think I'd like to go a little blonder.
Yeah. Your hair was kind of in the middle, so you could have either went darker or lighter.
Yeah.
And if you're like Brailee and you're kind of in the middle and you decide that you want to try it a little darker but you don't want to dye it all dark, you can also do low lights. And you can just weave some darker pieces through so it just darkens it up a little bit. That way if you decide you don't want to be that dark, you're not fully committed to an all over hair color. Alright you guys, that is it for Brailee's new hair color. You'll have to let us know what you think. I really love how it turned out. It's just a beautiful honey blonde. Like we mentioned, it is a great starting point if she wants to go a little bit lighter. I hope that you liked how it turned out as much as we did. I think that she looks beautiful and definitely ready for junior high. I don't know if I am, but she definitely looks like she is. I know that everyone has a different opinion on when they think you should start coloring your hair. It's so personal and totally up to you. This is definitely something that we've talked about doing for a long time, and I personally think that Brailee was old enough, so that is why we did it, and we stuck to a more subtle, natural look. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye!